From Monday to Tuesday, you don't have any fun. From Wednesday to Thursday, just gonna have for a run. Friday and Saturday, you're always getting drunk. And Sunday, you stay at home and never go to church.
Then he'll be driving me home or I'll be Ubering home. So.
She was the object of my affection. Gave my life true direct to hanging from a pole. Stole my heart, stole my soul. Now I'm just feeling wanted vibes just to keep my life alive. She likes to party, she likes to get down. Hanging with the boys in the band. She likes to party, she likes to get down. Our number one fan, the porn star of the band.
Where's Tim?
You know it's Friday.
Listen, you won the Nobel Prize in Literature.
Shakes her hips, she gets excited. I started crying when that woman walks over and licks her lips. Now I'm just dealing in ones and fives just to keep my life alive. She likes to party, she likes to get down. Hanging with the boys in the band. She likes to party, she likes to get down. A number one fan, porn star of the band. My baby's home from Cincinnati, across the whole country to the deep and night. She likes to party, she likes to get down, hanging with the boys in the band. She likes to party, she likes to get down. A number one fan, the porn star of the band. Now I'm just dealing ones and fives just to keep my life alive. She likes to party, she likes to get down, hanging with the boys in the band. She likes to party, she likes to get down. A number one fan, the porn star of the band.
All right, my night outers. That was Blindside Thunder kicking it off. Another episode of My Night Out Radio. Name of that song, Dream Girl. Yes, you are listening to My Night Out Radio. We are on rifreeradio.org. RI Free Radio is also on YouTube now. Just want to get that out there. And just in case you're tapping on the keys and you don't want to go through Spreaker, yeah, it's blocked on you, you can pick up all the RI Free Radio content that we're doing now on YouTube, and just do a search on RI Free Radio. In studio, we have the McGunks.
Wait, so now is this on video?
No, just audio.
You're just looking at a blank screen and just
Yeah, pretty much.
Put your pants back on.
All right.
No, you keep the pants off. We're only audio on YouTube.
I like looking at it. It's like looking into the sun.
Well, we have a lot of great information to get out to you. First and foremost, a buddy of mine wanted me to come down and check it out. He has a haunted yard display. Now, I'm not talking about a few inflatables and a few lights. I'm talking this took a team of people a couple of days to assemble in his front yard, right in Warwick, Petticoncet Avenue, right off Post Road. In fact,
It's gonna be right near where I live.
well, I'm going to give you a Rhode Island landmark. Do you remember where the Ripta bus took out the building?
Yes, because I drive by that every day.
Okay, his house is right behind that.
I don't think it's I think it's a Southern New England thing. To give
Directions with
by
stuff
places
that's not
that aren't
there.
anymore.
Exactly.
Okay,
You grew up in Mass, so you don't know.
Southern New England. Southern New England.
He's making an observation about how weird we are. It's okay. We won't hold it against him much. Anyways, this is
At least
the...
our sales tax is 6.25, not 7. How retarded is that? 6.25. No, it's not going to be 6. We need a little more than 6. Not quite 6.5. Yeah, 6.25. Thanks, Obama.
All right. Well, if you really want to be technical, look at the state that Massachusetts and Rhode Island is in. You know, I don't know about you, but I got my Rhode Island income tax back. I know some people are still waiting for years. Anyways, we're going to go back off that because that just chaps my backside for another whole reason. I'll tell you off the air. But the Bates Haunted Yard Display, you can catch him on Facebook to all the information he will be posting. He will be open daily. He opened on the 13th, Friday the 13th, awesome. And he's going until Halloween night. You know, the display is not much bigger than this office, but you get to walk through it, wind through it. And each time, I walked through it 3 times last night. I shot live video. And each time I caught something new, something different. It's just jam-packed with weird crap.
Does it cost money?
No, it's free.
That's great. Is he taking donations for any charity or
I'm
anything?
pretty sure if you try to hand him a $20 bill, he probably wouldn't say no. But
well,
he's doing...
Some of those displays, you put some money in, they'll give it to whatever.
Yeah. No, he's just doing it because he loves doing it. You know, he's some people love Christmas. Some people like Halloween.
Some people love broadcasting.
We love making bad music.
It's not bad, man. It's punk.
Well, you know what? Because it's fun. Halloween is fun. Christmas gets weird.
Yeah.
You got to throw religion into it. It's like, oh, God, do we want religion?
No,
we don't
we won't
want
even
religion.
go so far as religion. Let's just talk about family. How messed up is your family where you have to drink heavily before you go see them
Pre-game
and meet up with them for a few drinks?
Right.
So.
Yeah, Halloween is, you're right. It's more fun.
It's fun.
More friend.
Yeah.
More obligations come with Christmas.
Most of the women, their costumes get a little bit sluttier.
Yeah, true.
I'm not going to complain.
Dressed as a slutty nurse with a slutty nurse, like a slutty nurse.
A slutty nurse is being slutty?
Yeah, it was like,
So slutty to the second
degenerated.
power?
That's kind of weird. And that guy, he was the belle of the wall.
Well, as always, I mean, I have the McGunks in the studio. They're dying to talk about the new album, but they're going to have to wait a minute because we got to talk about food. You know, everyone knows I'm a fat bastard. Everyone knows I like to go eat. I had a couple of places I've talked to you before about. The Rocky Point Clam Shack. I tried something new on the menu. They had fish bites, which I thought were just going to be like little fish cakes or whatever. These are actually good-sized chunks of fish, and you get probably a full fillet's worth of fish in this box of fish bites. You know, to explain it to you guys means absolutely nothing. You have to go and try it.
Is it fried like a fried?
Yeah, it's a fried fish, but instead of doing like fish fingers or
Yeah.
it's just chunks of fish, like real cod or whatever what fish they're using is.
Dolphin.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, it was good. That's all I'm going to tell you.
And I do think if you go there, because I live right near there, and I like getting drunk and going to buy clam cakes, and they gave me a 25% off coupon.
They have beer and wine on premise.
Yes, I saw that.
So, yeah, I mean, you could just carry over the buzz, stop for, breakfast or lunch, carry the buzz over, man. Well, I got to say, I did that yesterday around 3 o'clock. Now, I'm saying this because my next stop wasn't much later. I went to Hans' House of Noodle Soup, right on Reservoir Avenue. Hans, it has a neon sign, neon bowl of soup smoking in the front window. It's like my absolute favorite happy place.
Where's that again?
Hans' House of Noodle Soup.
What town?
Cranston. Reservoir Avenue.
Is it?
Vietnamese soup.
I'm seeing Hans. Oh, Hans. I'm thinking
Han.
Hans like Swedish, like Hans House of Soup. Yeah.
Geborg.
But that don't make any sense.
No, it's Han,
Swedish
H-O-N,
cook.
apostrophe S. It is an Asian. It's all
that kind of
Vietnamese pho. It's pronounced pho, not pho. Pho.
Can't say
Anyways.
that within once an hour.
You can't say it again.
I can say pho as much as I want. But I'll tell you about restaurant. I'm thinking about opening a pho restaurant myself. Like I'm going in the same realm of like Pizza King, only Pho King. Anyways,
Womp,
that
womp,
was
like
bad.
the
I know.
Just Sofa King.
Well, even the hippies weren't a fan of that.
Wow,
Hippie striked up the band.
I thought that was Tony for a second.
Like, your jokes are so bad. We're gonna.
I'm so bad. I offended the hippies downstairs.
They're going full bassoon.
Anyways, we went to Han's House of Noodle Soup. Probably not even 3-4 hours after that. Because, and I'll tell you the story about how I kicked someone out of my Uber. If you guys didn't know, I'm an Uber driver. I finally got ticked off enough, and I kicked someone out of my Uber.
Isn't that against
That's
the
a
Uber
radio
rules?
show, you and the Uber.
I have video cameras running while I drive.
That's awesome.
So,
That's the show.
and the only other place I really have to bring up that really, if you're a carnivore, if you like meat, the place to go, Copacabana. It's actually the old McNeil's, if you remember McNeil's
Yeah.
pub, 888 Charles Street in North Providence. Anyways, it is now a Colombian restaurant.
Yeah, I think I saw you play that, Tony.
Yeah, it was short-lived as an entertainment
It was,
venue, but
the bar was upstairs and you go down a couple steps.
yeah.
That's the one.
I
Yeah.
know what that is, yeah.
Well, I went there, and unfortunately, I don't have the menu in front of me because, well, I can't remember. It's Colombian. I speak Italian badly, English even worse. I don't read and I can't speak Colombian. So whatever it is, it amounted to a mixed grill. I had chicken, chicharrones, I had yucca, I had just a platter. It had to be about 1.5 feet across and heaped. For $17, I had 3 meals out of this
Damn.
one plate. Again, look at me, 3 meals.
See, that speaks to me on 2 levels: as a fat bastard and as a cheap bastard.
Well, the food
Did
there...
you eat all 3 meals in one sitting?
No, I actually had to break it up because we did get appetizers. We also got the straight chicharrones, which is picture bacon about a 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch thick, and instead of pan frying it, they deep fry it, and it's oh yeah, it's awesome with a little bit of lime on the top, and then. I do this first because this lubricates my mouth for the rest of the show. I am going to be salivating the rest of the show because of this.
I thought you were talking about having to go tea, because the reason you do that is so you can get all that food to just settle into your facial hair, and then you can just go
just
to town. If you
Wring it
Wipe
out
and
later.
snack later, yeah. But the food there is excellent, and I always wait until after I pay the bill to tell them that, hey, the food was really good. I'm going to talk about you guys on the radio. Broken English. The lady from the kitchen comes out. She hands me a container. She goes, I know you're on your way out. Take this with you. She handed me dessert. She handed me flan, which, if you're not familiar with flan, it's kind of like a custard, not really, but it has a really thin caramel on the top. It was absolutely amazing. I waited a couple hours till I got home after that because I just couldn't eat anymore on a bet.
Gee, after having 3 meals, and
I know,
I can't
it's
believe
just-
it.
But they came out and handed me more food to go home with on top of the 2 bags of food I was already walking out with. And yeah, my wife and I both ate 3 meals out of what we got, and the whole bill after tip came to a little bit less than $50. You can't beat that. So that's Copacabana. It's a Colombian restaurant right on Charles Street in North Providence.
The old McNeil's.
The old McNeil's.
I remember last time I was there was a Lisa Gurley party.
Lisa Gore, yes.
Yeah.
When she had her camera
Yeah, someone told.
Yeah, that's right.
Who does that? What scumbag
Number one-
does that? That's
Now, did you hear...
a new.
I'll tell you guys off the
Oh.
air about the controversy of that show. Because some really crappy stuff happened.
All
at
hell
that
broke
show,
loose
too.
at that show. Yeah.
You saw the true colors of some of like fixtures in the Rhode Island music scene.
Yep.
You saw their true colors come out at that show, and I'll tell you about that off the air because I don't want to be responsible for getting sued and having
Again.
the police called on me
Those
again.
fixtures don't have lawyers. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, actually,
Come on, bring it up. Name
What,
names.
what do you want?
We're taking
Ratings
we're
or,
taking them
Well-
on task.
on that note, we're going to go to some music. Yeah, no, this one is this person was a known cop caller. That's the only hint I'm going to drop on the air.
Oh, boy.
You already know who I'm talking. Yeah.
I may know.
Well, we're going to leave here with a little bit of music
Classy.
from The Broken. Name of the song is The Gray. We'll be back in a minute. right, my night outers. That was Whiskey Fire. The name of the song, Not Evil. Now, speaking of not evil, we had a little bit of a dark conversation here, but I had to bring it out because someone mentioned that, you know, we have 3 of the 4 members here. One of them hasn't said a word yet. We've been laughing.
He's been drinking.
But
James is the eye candy. See, James is a handsome young man, and if you do for this on video, you could tell that.
So the YouTube video would just be put right on James. You wouldn't even
so
see
my question is to James: did you know what you were getting into before you started playing with the McGunks?
Oh, I knew. I just had to convince my wife.
Story of my life.
You know what? And before I actually joined, because we still had Pete, and then Pete was playing a few last shows with us, and James came to one of the shows, and I thanked his wife, Melanie. I said, thank you for letting James ruin his life.
Well, at least you're honest with her.
Oh, yeah.
So now you guys have a new album out.
We do.
It's coming. Well, right now you can get it on Bandcamp. Tell us about it.
It's an album that we recorded in our rehearsal room because we've decided not to give any more money to studios. No offense to producer Jem, who's a great friend of ours, but it takes a long time. And
even more so than that, Nate knew how to record us.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a conscious decision. It's like our guitarist can record us, and it's free.
Yeah. And we could do it at our own pace. We don't have to block off the time to do it and schedule. We can do it when we wanted to do it. Excuse me. And it's the way we kind of wanted to do it. It's a little raw, a little more raw sounding.
To me, it sounds like what a McGunk live show should sound like.
Yeah, it definitely sounds more live.
Okay.
And you can probably even tell by the tracks that, you know, they're not on the disc in order, but if you put them in order the way we recorded them, you can tell they get better as we learn how to do it ourselves. You know, we kind of get a feel for it, learn a little bit about it. And, you know, we want to kind of do it that way just because, you know, no one sells, you know, bands that are huge don't sell records anymore or CDs or, you know, they don't move music anymore. So why are we going to try to move music? You know, what do you think we're going to do better than those guys? No, we're
close to Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
I live in the same
Well, you do
state
have
as
the
her.
eye candy.
Yes.
We do have that, yeah.
James is kind of blonde when he.
He's fair skinned.
Well,
shakes it off.
As you can tell, every now and then in the background, the music's popping up. I think we're going to have a Beat the Hippie party after this show.
Always a beat the hip.
I like it though.
True.
It's dramatic, so it's.
It's almost well timed.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to figure out where we're.
They probably
playing what
listen.
we're
Is there like
talking
a
about.
5-second delay? They're probably listening downstairs. Like bum bum bum.
So, you guys have been around since 2003, May of 2003, according to your Facebook.
Not May. It's August.
August? Well, you better change your Facebook then.
That's too much work.
Yeah, it's August because that's when.
Here, I'll give you my phone.
You see,
That's when
I do research.
we
I look at your Facebook, and that's, you know, Google you maybe once or twice.
The USM had the band being the original drummer we're in had USM had a breakdown in August of 2003, and we just decided. And we had a show coming up. We're like, screw it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go 3 guys. We're gonna do it. We're just gonna. You know, we can't. We gotta keep moving forward. You know, no licking wounds. Just
Jump on and keep riding.
you know, and I had always written lyrics before, and I always presented them to other singers and stuff, like song titles and stuff. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Why not? I gotta just. I can't continually watch other guys mess it up. You know, if someone's gonna mess it up, it's gonna be me. You know.
Okay, and going forward, do you write for anyone else anymore, or just strictly for your band? That's it.
I just for myself. I've tried a couple times to tunes like for other guys, like friends of mine. I'm like, hey, I have a song that I think might be good for you guys, and they're like, no one wants to hear it. I'm like, all right, whatever. We did with a song called Nothing. We wrote for I thought it would be a great song for a band that doesn't exist anymore. I wrote Working on the Hangover. I thought it'd be a great song for a band called the Gobshites.
Yep.
They play around a lot, and then it just didn't work out. They ended up taking it, and I ended up keeping it, and it did pretty well for us.
Well, I got to tell you, that was one of the songs I had lined up if you guys didn't drop off the new CD.
Yeah.
So speaking of the new CD, how can someone get it? Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
Now,
Or
we
come
should
to see us.
Yeah, I mean, we should have physical copies next Saturday. We're playing the Met with World Inferno Friendship Society, and this music was perfectly on cue.
Bum, bum, bum. It's like, what's that? Not Law and Order.
Price is Right.
That's Law and Order.
But yeah, we'll be playing the Met next Saturday. World
Yep.
Inferno Friendship Society, Cactus Attack. Starts at 9. We're on first, and we should have copies ready.
Okay.
I know Nate ordered them last week. I know that because I sent him money to order them. So,
Now, you guys have a very unique merch plan.
yep. Pay what you feel we're worth.
Pay what you feel you're worth.
Yep. And we feel we're worthless, so you're not going to insult us.
If you give us $1, if you give me this bottle cap, I'm like, okay, buddy, thanks. Sweet.
Yeah, you buy me a beer, I feel like we're
You're ahead of the game.
through. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I feel like I'm Dave Grohl in the Foo Fighters.
we said it before. If we're in it for the money, we've been out a long time ago. There's not a lot of money to be had at it. We do it because we don't know how to bowl. You know, some guys go bowling, and this is what we do, and we do enjoy doing it, and it's what we do. It's to make money to hawk merchandise from the stage. I'm not going to do that. Like, come see our girl at the booth and get them. That's awful. It just ruins the vibe of the show. It just makes you.
Plus, girls don't like talking to us. So.
Yeah.
So we can't find a girl to sell merch.
Now that you have Jim in the band, that might change.
He's married.
His
wife
sister
won't
said
do
she
it.
was going to do it, but she only showed up once.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Oh, she did it
That's
once.
right, yeah.
Well,
His
guys,
sister's great because she's with. Nah, never mind.
what's the name of this album again?
It's called Basement Anthems.
Basement Anthems. Well, this is going to be a world first, I think. I'm going to play 2 tracks off of Basement Anthem.
What?
Which
That's-
tracks you playing?
Number 3, Monday morning.
All right. Which
We're
was we kind of released that as a single
Okay.
first.
Well, we're going to leave here with Monday morning from the McGunks, world premiere right here, RI Free Radio, MyNightOut Radio. Email me. Tell me what you think.
It's so much harder without like.
We recorded ourselves.
Feeling like a train wreck, y'all black and blue. Getting drunk and falling down, that ain't nothing new. Missed another sunset, 5 hours
All right, my night outers. That was the McGunks. Think It Through. Before that, Monday Morning. Both off their brand new album, which you can get on Bandcamp. Look them up. It's basically pay whatever you feel the album is worth, which I think these guys... Oh, that sounded like the cracking of a PBR right there.
It was not.
It was. You don't have to lie, man.
Eyebrow.
We should have a Pee Wee Herman style word of the day where just anytime a beverage cracks open, we all go nuts.
I thought you were going to say something about a movie theater. I thought you were going there.
You know what? He made
No one is getting shot in the back of the head.
He made two great movies, and actually the third one is pretty good too. Then he does. He goes to a porn theater and takes care of himself. Well,
Yeah.
that's why they're there. That's. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that was pre-Pornhub.
It was kind of
It was
weird. that
pre-internet,
being
yeah.
Pee Wee Herman, then he went and did it, but
Pee Wee Herman...
The Big Adventure. That is that's such a
good
great movie.
That was a good movie. I'm not going to lie.
When I was little, I had a
There's
dog
phrase-
named it Speck after his.
There's phrases from that movie we probably use all the time.
I even wrote a song about Large Marge.
Tell Marge.
So, guys, if you haven't realized yet, we do have the McGunks here. If you like those songs I just played, go get the album. Either way, tell me about it. Hit me up on Facebook /MyNightOut Radio. If you want to send me an email to tell me how much those songs rocked, how much you want to get on this show. If you want to just get your music out there like the McGunks are right now, hit me up. MyNightOut Radio at Verizon.net. I don't have it written in front of me. I have crap from memory, so I'm flying off
Digging
the...
deep.
Yeah, and he'll respond quicker if you send a nude.
You only have to...
Doesn't matter whose nude it is. Doesn't need to be you. Just
No.
send them a
You,
nude.
you see, you just put it in the subject line. It doesn't have to even have a picture. As long as it says there's something nude in there.
Nudes.
Like I mentioned at the top of the hour, YouTube, RI Free Radio. Yeah, RI Free Radio is the channel you have going on, Tony?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Twitter and Instagram, DJ Psycho Eddie. Once again, we have the McGunks here, and now you guys have a few side projects going on. Now,
Just him.
no?
Just me. Bobby had one, but
Yeah, I don't know. We can't figure out a
Kinda
date practice.
it's a side project in limbo.
Well, I was talking about Bobby and the books.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you wrote a book. Yeah,
He's an author.
one of those things.
Author.
Critically acclaimed from what you were saying earlier.
He won a Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize on Christmas
And
Stories.
Obama. Yep.
And Obama. They're tight.
Tell us,
Trump's next, so it'll be the three of us, but we'll get a picture together.
tell us about the book.
So it's mostly Christmas stories. My mom read a book about, I think, Jackie O, where she found out that
Ride, Johnny, ride.
she had her kids write them Christmas stories stories for every holiday. So I was in college at the time, so my mom, I was the only one of my two sisters, was me and my sisters, and I was the one who kind of got stuck doing it. I complained and didn't like doing it, and kind of every Christmas Eve I'd throw it together, and then this year or last Christmas I had the idea of putting it all in a book. I talked to Mark from 75 or Less. He put the label on it, so then it's there, and I was at starting to promote a little more now because it's for this Christmas. The book wasn't ready on Christmas Day.
Yep.
Last Christmas, so I just emailed it to her a few weeks after.
So now it's starting to get traction now.
I wouldn't say that. I'm trying to push it now.
And yes, you have a project as well, which you...
First of all, we're going to say we're very proud of Bobby for writing a book. We'll never tell him this. But we are very proud.
Something we will never do.
We would never say that to him. But we can only say it now that we're pretending that he's not here. Yeah, we're very proud that he...
And I guess I should
get
say
used
that
to the phrase.
yeah, the book's called Blame the Kennedys and Other Gifts. It's called Blame the Kennedys because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have had to do that and figure out something to write every Christmas Eve. You can find it on Amazon.
I bought it on Amazon. It came in the mail. A little pouch.
Now you can have them sign it. It'll be worth like tens of dollars.
Oh, it'd be worth less.
Can settle at the con.
Ruined it. You got all this ink all over it.
So tell us about your other band, The Hangovers.
Other bands, The Hangovers. It's still hard rock stuff. It's more riff rock, reverby sound. Try to do in the lyrics deal more with like harder kind of stuff, and I thought I wanted to try that because McGunks stuff is more real life. I feel like
What it's like to be a loser.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It happens.
This and that, and I don't like this, and people don't like me. But the hangovers, you can step aside and just be, more, like I said, horror theme, more of fantasy, not fantasy, but it sounds weird.
It's also reaching
That's it.
out and trying to do something different.
Fantasy. He's going to run around the stage dressed as a dwarf with a
He's going to wear.
battle axe.
He's
and
going to wear a
sword.
cod piece.
Yeah, no, but I get
No,
that.
Bob likes a loincloth.
Nothing but though.
Wah, wah. No, but it's just more riffs and stuff, and more, with the McGunks, it's more just chords.
Yep.
With the, it was more riff rock, which, I probably pigeonholed myself into a category where McGunks has to sound like Rancid and Ramones and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Where Hangovers has, I could do a Reverend Horton Heat kind of,
Yep.
just more playing. It lets me act up as a player, where I think it doesn't really work with the with the Hangovers, the McGunks. Jesus Christ. Doesn't work as well with the McGunks, because I want to be more song oriented. Where the Hangovers is more just guitar oriented, where I can just
And it
play.
is cool. There was one. It's a brand new McGunk song that we haven't played out yet. But he originally wrote it for the Hangovers, and he played it for them. He said they said no, that's a McGunk song.
Well, at least
And
your
there's
band.
actually a few songs when that didn't work for the McGunks. That when Bob started the Hangovers, there's a song called "She Don't Know Me." I begged him to do that song, and that's probably one of my favorite Hangover songs.
It is. It's just. There's a weird line, and I know what it is when I see it. It's kind of like you know what it is when you see it,
Yep.
but you can't say it's. I don't know how to explain it.
It's okay. We understand most of the people are listening.
All right, that's what I said. I said it. I said it all.
That's it. Well, is there a band camp for the Hangovers as well?
I have no idea.
No.
I don't do any of that. I want nothing to do with the business.
I was in Worcester trying to
I
sell
think-
the book today.
I think
I asked Bob if he could do a post that we're going to be on the radio today. He tried. He goes, I can't do it.
I haven't, because I don't. We were talking about earlier, the day we were talking about recording music and stuff, and for a while because I like song structure, I think I can put it together pretty well.
Yep.
I got a pretty good ear how things work. I started trying to get into recording stuff, and I, got some software, and I was trying to do it. I'm like, you know what? This is going to ruin it for me. I don't know. I don't want to know how it works. I don't like when I first heard like a Van Halen song.
Yep.
It was like magic. I was like, oh, no one could ever do that. Then I started playing guitar. Then I picked up a couple of things, and then I could play a couple of those songs. I'm like, oh, it's not so magic anymore. And it kind of ruins it. You want it to be.
You saw how they made the hot dogs, and now
Yeah, you don't want to know how the Shreese is made. You just want to enjoy it.
Exactly.
And like I said, when I was working with the music program, you hear the click of you hear the click, and then I'm starting to I'm listening to music, and that's all I hear. I'm hearing it as a product, and I don't want to hear it as a product. I want to hear it as I want it to wash over you. Well, you want to hear this as a thing. You want to enjoy it.
Okay.
And when you get that deep, you can't anymore.
While Bob was babbling, I looked up. There's 4 bands called The Hangovers on Bandcamp. Theirs is thehangoversri.bandcamp.com.
Hangovers RI Bandcamp.com.
Yep. And the album is $5, and it's well worth it.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, Bob handed them out last year as wedding favors, because the album came out right around the time of his wedding, and anyone that came to the wedding got a Hangover CD.
Smart.
Alrighty. Well, we're going to take a quick break here because we're kind of running low on time. We got a little more music to get out there. I still have to tell you about kicking someone out of an Uber. It's going to be interesting. We're going to leave here with the Testers. Tester. I'm so used to McGunks, the Hangovers. No, it's just Tester. The name of the song is We Are Forever. We'll be back in a minute.
Upside down, when no one's around.
Sorry about that. We just went a little.
Song stop.
We were having a little conversation. I was
beating
not
hippies.
looking. See, unfortunately, we don't have Tony staring at the screen telling me you're coming on in a minute. So that's my only apology. That was Chained to Insanity. The name of that was Devil's Cage.
I know those guys. I like those guys.
Yeah.
They promote the hell out of everything I put up.
They do. Sue
is great.
The whole band, when the Hangovers got started, they gave us our first bunch of shows, and they were super cool. Dave and Scott and all those guys, they're like the greatest people on the planet, and they live for that music. They are like, you know, I don't know if metal's a bad word, but they're metal, and they are. I'll call it metal. You know, they are.
Metal is a good umbrella term. I don't get into the subgenres. You know,
Yeah.
the postmodern white metal.
I call it all rock. Yeah, it's all rock music. You know?
That's honestly, I have 3 folders: country, rock, and dance.
Yep.
If it doesn't fit into one of the other 2, it's got to be that third one.
Yeah.
You know, unless you get into like spoken word pieces, which I put under others. Anyways,
That's when you have the miscellaneous file.
yeah.
Miss.
Other.
So, anyways, that was Chained to Insanity, Devil's Cage, Tester before that. Now, I've been teasing you along a little bit for the last hour about kicking someone out of an Uber. For those of you who don't know, and obviously the band doesn't know, I am not a pleasant person to deal with at work.
Ed, you've always been nothing but sweet to us.
You guys have seen the happy
But I
side of
only
me.
see you sitting behind there. I've never seen you leave there.
No.
He does have legs.
I do have legs.
I don't know if he's like.
Well,
I don't know if he's like Officer Dan or
fortunately, Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. Yeah, I'm like,
The
okay.
magic legs.
Move, okay, please
But-
label.
Yeah, was it yesterday? I was having a decent day. I'm just tooling around in Providence. And now, as you know, it's October. Colleges are back. Brown students are some of the most self-entitled.
I want
They got their whole lives in front of them. Here's your life.
for folks that aren't local, if you could please say Brown University students instead of Brown students, I'd really appreciate that.
Sorry about that. Brown University students. Some of them are very,
PC.
very self-entitled.
There's not a lot of brown.
Okay, we're going to just talk over before
so you
this
kick somebody out of
episode
an
turns
Uber,
into
huh?
a hate crime.
Throw them in the line at the bank. Yeah.
So I get a call from 2 Brown University students, and they want to get picked up. Now, where they want to get picked up is a little pastry shop, the backside of Federal Hill, called Pastiche. It's a one-way road. People park on both sides. I drive a Suburban. I have a hard enough time getting down this road. So I get to the place, and I have a line of people behind me. I can't sit there for 5 minutes waiting for the person.
Yep.
Person behind me toots. I drive along. The person calls me and gets irate. I was just coming out of the shop while you had 17 minutes from the time you called to the time I got there to get out of the shop. I had a line of people. I can't wait. I'll come around again. Come around again. They get in the car, slam the doors. All right, it's a truck. I can handle that.
Is he male or female?
One of each. Well, I take off and I go. I'm starting to go down the road. They go into the mall, so I know the back, so I don't have to deal with all the traffic because again, it's a Suburban. It does not gently glide down these little side streets. So as I'm going, the guy's huffing, going, "Son of a gun, why?" Of course, I'm editing here. Son of a gun, why couldn't you just wait there another minute or two? You had to go around. You wasted my time. Blah blah. I should just hit you with a 1-star. You're just a stupid driver. I'm paying you. You should listen to me. Dead stop on the bridge on Atwells Avenue going over Route 10. You know the bridge I'm talking about? You got the church on the left-hand side. Dead stop.
Why would I know where that church is?
Repenting your sins. You seem like a church-going type of guy.
He's just a sinner.
I gave that a long time ago.
Well, actually, it's the green building on the right-hand side.
Oh,
They
that
could
one.
see-
Oh, yeah, that one.
So, anyways, I dead stop. The guy's like, "Well, what the F are you doing?" I just said, "Look, it's not worth the money. Get out of my vehicle." Guy's like, "No, I'm not getting out. You have to give me a ride." No, I don't. See,
That's
what?
where you're wrong.
I hit the cancel button. I said, "Now you can get out, or I can forcibly get you out. Or third option is I call the cops and have them pull you out." They got out on their own accord, and I left. And I tell you, I was so irate at that point. I took an hour off, and I stopped at the Green Building. I had a cocktail to calm myself down a little, and then I realized, screw it, it's not worth it. I've already had one drink. I might as well have a few more.
Yeah.
And I finished my night drinking instead of making money.
And
But that's
did you Uber home?
no.
Did you call someone out?
I did not get that bad.
Ah.
So that's my.
Was it satisfying though?
It was more satisfying spending the money. I will tell you
No,
that.
I mean like satisfying to him he's entitled to.
Oh yeah, shoot him
beat
down
it.
once in a while. It's well worth it. If you ever get a chance to really piss on someone's parade, I highly recommend it.
I do that to myself all the time. It kind of sucks.
So, guys, unfortunately, we are out of time. I want to thank the McGunks for coming down. Make sure you
Thank
check
you, Ed.
out their Bandcamp, buy their album. Tony Jones, thank you for putting up with my lack of professionalism. We're going to leave here with a song from the Frenzy of Tongues. The name of the song is Kyle.
And can I just say, come see us October 21st at the Met.
I don't care, I'm still about drinking. When I got drunk, I don't know. He's thinking he had his own way. He'd be drunk if it not a day. The Kyle's a good friend of mine. He loves drinking all the time. Drinks until he's deaf and blind. Thinking like a pistol pump. Budweiser and Miller too. Any type of booze will do. Boxing, go, malt, tried and true. Most of all that game is brew. Kyle don't care, people are drinking. When you're drinking, I don't know. He's thinking he had his own way. He'd be drunk if it not a day. Get so drunk he hits the floor, gets back up and drinks some more. Drinks as fast as you can pour, his lunch must be a real chore. Tyler cares, keep on drinking, when he gets drunk, I don't know what he's thinking. With that we can change his mind, so he's not drinking all the time. Drinking. 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 Drunk.